Thanks again for joining us for another Rebel Financial live broadcast. We're going to do something a little bit different and show you a taste of what we're doing here at the ODA. If you're watching this on the 360, feel free to move it around and you can look around and see the Ohio Dental Association's general session. It's where all your dentists go to keep their continuing education up, hopefully meet cool people like us and other vendors that are trying to help them make their businesses better, take care of their employees, and take care of their patients. So what we're doing generally is we help our clients with their investment management, their financial planning, their retirement planning. If you watched our show and you know us, you know that. But what a lot of people don't realize is we also help with retirement plans like 401k and pension and whatso. And that's half what we're doing here to show a lot of the docs and their staff how they can have a better financial future by having a better retirement from a company that puts people before profits. And it's a huge difference, especially with small businesses. But one of the things that we're really passionate about that hurts a lot of people is the expensive things. And you see Deep back here playing the VR. He's actually playing a Spider-Man game. And it's amazing how cool this technology is. Like, it's here. I mean, like, it feels real when you're there. You see him swinging down through the road after he was fighting with one of the villains there. And you might say, what's a video game have to do with investment management and financial planning? But really, this technology is going to allow us to help more people for a lot lower cost and give people access to advice that they desperately need to be able to retire that didn't have access to it before, or that were generally only served by people that maybe weren't selling them the best things because they were just trying to sell expensive products so that they could make money. With us now, we're going to be able to do VR stuff like this to reach out and work with people, whether they're in California or in Kansas or in Texas or Florida or even right here, even in Columbus. We got a great office just right over on the east side, but traffic just keeps getting worse and worse, right? I mean, who likes wasting their life in traffic? And so if we can cut down meetings to where they're shorter, but our clients and even their employees of plans that normally wouldn't get to see a financial advisor, get any advice, can meet with somebody, even if it's only 20 minutes a year. I mean, we can do wonderful things like get participation up from 50 to 90 to 100% because we talk to people and explain to them how important it is to use this. And so we'll be able to do things like actually meet. And some people think that if you've ever done video conferencing or like a GoToMeeting or a Cisco WebEx, sometimes people are like, oh, but it's just not the same. Well, a lot of this technology, I mean, it feels real. I think, I can't remember who did this study, but I think it was maybe funded by Facebook. But they were showing that if you have an avatar is like your digital self it could be on a computer, in VR, whatever. It's your representative. It doesn't even have to look like you. But if it moves, you see I'm moving my hand. And when he's doing stuff in there, he can see his hands. And it actually has the same kind of like swag and mentality that you have. And the lips move, and you hear your friend or family's voice coming through that avatar. Your brain is totally tricked into the same experience of that person actually being there. So this is going to have huge ramifications to our society. So, even if you have a loved one or a really good friend that, does teach English in Japan or whatso, you can basically spend time with them or see them on their birthday, and they don't have to be right here. In our field, people will be able to come see us, not waste a bunch of time in traffic. We can have 1/4 the length of the meeting since we cut off all the traveling time, the intro, and if there is, appointment running over or under, a lot of these things are going to resolve. And plus, one of the really important things is that in virtual reality, you could do things that you can't do in physical reality. So, as opposed to it not being as good, it's actually going to be better in terms of illustrating concepts to people or having them, instead of saying, imagine this, we can still say that, but we can show it to them. We can make their investment portfolio pop out of the ground and help them visualize it in a way that never would be possible in the real world. And Apple's coming out with these this new VR AR thing. I think in 2021 or 2022, where it's going to be like 8K in each eye, and it's going to be VR. Virtual reality is where you're in that world, and AR. AR is augmented reality, and that's where basically you see the real world out here, and then it overlays graphics into that real world. And so you could be sitting on your couch at home, and I could be sitting on my couch in my conference room, and you could see your couch, and it would just look like I'm sitting on your couch. Like, how cool would that be? So, that's not even VR. That will feel like I came to your house. And so we are going to be able to do things for people that, even if they have a $1,000 balance in their 401k, we can give them time and help them do better, get a higher, percent that they put into their 401k. If they're not really paying any taxes right now, they should be saving Roth. And that's something we run into all the time, is a lot of the employees at businesses are not saving Roth because the default is pre-tax. And if they're not paying any tax right now, it's a travesty. And it's only because these big financial companies wouldn't take the time to help someone. So what we're doing by having the VR here, we've got one on this side and one on that side, is giving people the opportunity to try it. Because people are just resistant to change and technology in general. And if you think about it, how many people like 10 years ago said, I'll never have a cell phone or a smartphone. I'm not getting a smartphone. I mean, you are literally handicapped if you don't have one now. You can't look up stuff. You can't find directions to things. You can't have access to mobile banking. All very important things, and when you look at statistically how someone's going to move up socioeconomically, if they're unbanked, it's a huge handicap. And phones are allowing, even in third world countries, like in China and Mexico and even Africa, for people to have bank accounts and to be able to pay each other. And the amount of economic stimulus is awesome when things like this can happen. So this and get that kind of negativity out of their mind that, that's something that's just for kids. Right now, the money that is flowing into it, game developers know that they can make money right now, but this is going to change everybody's life, the way that we do business, the way that we get to see our family and people that we care about, everything all the way around, and it's going to be great. And so we want to give people that opportunity to try it and say, wow, that's really cool. So when we do the VR, there's games like this one, which is a Spider-Man game, so you get to play the superhero. There are shooter games, so again, we're talking about games, but there are also awesome experiences. You can go to places that you've never been before, and it's like you're really there. You can be in a movie, like there's Star Wars experiences, and my daughters love the Beauty and the Beast, where they get to sit down and be Belle for the Be Our Guest thing. So, we're just touching on the tip of the iceberg with where this is going to go. And we're just trying to give people that fun experience so that when we can develop virtual reality and augmented reality to be able to help people with their finances. I mean, right now we already charge like 20 to 50% less than the big brokers and the banks. We'll probably be able to do it for a half or fourth of that. And we're going to help people, just like I was talking about unbanked. There are so many more people, even in the United States, that are invested, financial planner, right? They need advice to just use the resources that they already have more efficiently, and that is what this is going to do. So, post comments, please share this. We think it's a very important concept. If you're anywhere near down at the Columbus Convention Center right downtown, you come in right across from the Martinis, come see us. This evening we're also doing a happy hour at Granero Lounge, which is right across from the Convention Center as well. So feel free to drop in and come see us. We love touching base with all of you that stay up to date with us and love to learn with us. So hope you are having a super finish of the week. We'll thank Deep for giving you guys the background demo of the VR, and have a wonderful weekend.